What's up, babe, and everybody else? Welcome back to the Founder Academy. This is episode 3 of the End of FIFA Road to Glory. So, we're going to do something a little bit different for this episode from it. The rest of the series I've been trying to do like kind of live, and just so you guys are seeing exactly how this team builds. However, we had to take a little bit of a detour with this episode for a couple reasons, and the biggest one being just a life event. We had our baby, so we ended up having a beautiful bouncy baby girl. As you can tell, I'm look really tired, so it is about 11 o'clock at night. Foot babe's in the other room. She's just winding down with the baby, and they're just she's putting the baby to sleep. So I don't get a chance to jump on here too often. But you know, anybody who's had a baby, they'll know this is very time consuming, especially when they're a newborn. It's a lot of work. You're not getting a lot of sleep, but if I do get a little bit of downtime to myself, I might jump on here. And, you know, I kind of wanted to see this series out because my main team is looking absolutely incredible. It's a lot of fun, but there's nothing to do with it, and I don't really want to play with them. That's the funniest part of the irony of all of this. So I've actually had more fun just kind of doing this RTG and seeing the team from like a brand new start of an account, I guess you'd say. So like I said, we had to kind of take a bit of a detour with this one because I can't do it live. We had about 3 or 4 episodes kind of in the can, but I'm getting so far behind with it that the last episode we uploaded was almost a week old prior to the baby even being born. The baby's like a week now, so I'm like, you know what, let's just chop up these episodes, just get the highlights. The games, I just literally have the goals in there just to show you guys. I haven't really played the game, right, because I didn't want to be doing it without getting too much of the live comm. So thankfully there's only about 2 or 3 games that are in here. I'm just showing you guys so you can see the progress of the team. Like I said, didn't play a whole lot, but all of these little pack pulls, these are just kind of like major cards that we've gotten that we're putting into the squad, so you guys don't like just see the squad and be like, okay, the RTG's done now, because it was very basic, and now he's got like an end game team. I wanted you guys to kind of see what we packed along the way. So yeah, it's there's a lot going on, but hopefully this is just kind of a catch up to what's been going on the last week. But there hasn't been a huge progress. It's not like we packed anything like crazy major. We packed a couple cool cards, some stuff that you guys are going to see in a little bit here, but for the most part, it's been pretty standard. We started this account, at the end of Fuddies, teams 5 and 6, I guess you'd say, and it was the only Fuddies that I cared about, because overall the Fuddies was an L. I liked the cards. There's 6 teams full of cards, which is kind of cool, but I didn't love the execution of it. I just thought the drop weights were just way too low. I think EA thought these guys are just going to grind this game out. However, most people, I'm not saying they didn't grind it out, but they sat there grinding for very little reward. Like right now, there's about 10 endgame cards, maybe at the very most, like essentially those 99s that are just unachievable. Like nobody's getting them. Nobody's getting Mbappe. I haven't even gotten the team of the season Mbappe. The Neymar, the Messi, the Benzema even. But all these other cards, everybody's packed every single one of them 1,000 times. And Fuddies was so weird. They put in so many of these weirdo little cards here, like all of those team of the seasons. Like, for example, Dybala. Dybala was not in... He was in one of the teams, but he was not in... His team of the season card was not in packs, which was really bizarre to me. I don't know if that has to do with the fact that they can't... No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that they can't have like the team of the season in when they're in one of the Fuddies teams, but Marcus Rashford was. So I don't know why they wouldn't be able to, but like when he was not in, like I think Dybala was in team 5 if I'm not mistaken. He might have been in 6, but whatever the reason is, he wasn't in the final one. He wasn't in the other team, like because there was 2 teams in the best of each best of. So the best of team of the season was in for 2 weeks. There was 2 teams. He was only in one of those teams, and the other week you're just getting his base card. So it didn't make any sense to me. But like they've got like all these random Portuguese league guys, like Anderson Talisca I've packed 1,000 times, Di Lorenzo 1,000 times, never even gotten a sniff of an Mbappe. I randomly packed Messi tradable, the striker version, which was awesome on my main account. But I can't do anything with it because look, there's nothing to buy, and it's like he's worth about 700k, and like you can't get anything for 700k. Everything that you can get for 700k I've already got. But like, what am I going to get? CR7's Fuddy's card is like 15 million. Mbappe is like 10 million. I don't even think I could buy Mbappe's team of the season card with that. So I've just kept him and been using him at striker on my main account. This account's actually been more fun just because my main account, the team is so fun and so cool, but I don't want to play it. Like, I've talked about this a million times, and I was actually having this conversation in a stream last night. Pugzilla, was in his stream and talking to him and some of the other people about this, that like, I think they need to rework what this is doing. I think next year is a total write-off. It's exactly the same game. They've got a bunch of like gimmicky marketing garbage that's going to be in EAFC, but other than just changing the title, it's the exact same game. Don't expect really anything different. The game modes look exactly identical in Ultimate Team. I don't expect anything to be different. Division Rivals is going to be still unrewarding. It's going to quickly fall by the wayside. Weekend League people are going to do until kind of after Team of the Year, and then people's teams are just going to be so jacked up that, you know, Team of the Season is kind of, I guess, a little bit of people coming back to it, but for the most part, like, Weekend League is just sweaty, and the game's broken because it's using the old Frostbite engine, which has heavy morale in it, so it's not fun to play. So there's no real reason to get all of these cards. Like, the cards that they're releasing are fun, but like, I still just think, I disagreed with I disagreed with him in the chat that I thought, you know, they think that cards are the reward, and I'm just like, I think cards are fun, they drive you, but at the end of the day, like, once you've gotten the cards that you want to build the team that you want, what do you do with that team? Like, what are you doing with them? There's no Super Bowl, there's no World Series, there's no World Cup, there's nothing to like play at the end. I think that they should have a ranking system in there, like, just, you know, throughout the course of the year, you're just playing and trying to get your rank as high as possible. I think that's even enough of a driver to make people play. That's my personal opinion. I think there should be every season, we're in season 9 for FIFA, like every season have like a playoff at the end where people just enter and you're trying to get, you know, as high as possible, so you get your season 4 trophy or whatever, and people just collect trophies. But there's nothing to collect other than the cards, and everybody's got every card possible, and I don't think gameplay is fun enough that people want to get these cards to play the gameplay. Now we're all just collecting them, right? So like, there hasn't been any motivation to actually play the game. Right now I can go on here and make all these videos with just card collecting. There's hardly any motivation to play it because the game's broken as is, but there's no reason to play it. So anyway, that's kind of my rant. That was my whole feeling on it. In terms of the team, guys, you guys are going to see it in a second here. We packed a couple cool guys. We packed Abedi Pele. We packed Fuddy's Griezmann, which I didn't even pack on my main account, so that was kind of cool. And we got this Chumeni and Alphonso Davies. So let's get into the team. All right, guys. So we are loading up the game. This is what preseason the content looks like. I just think it's just been the weirdest cards that they decided to re-enter into pack. So of these guys, we packed Alvarez. Okay, so missed it. On the main account, we packed Alvarez. I don't think I packed any of those guys on this account. So here's what the team looks like. What do we have here? Tony Cruz. I think that was from yesterday. So Jude Bellingham, I want to do. Rafael Leao, I want to do. The preseason login we have to do. Let's quickly do that. That is... So we're going to get through all of these really easy ones. Get these out of the way. And then I'm going to get a couple SBCs. Maybe we'll jump into a game. I don't want this video to be too long today because I want the future videos to be a lot more gameplay related. I'm just kind of trying to check any boxes that we have that we've missed because they're releasing so much content every day. This guy I would love to do, but he's just too long. I don't want to sit there grinding that out on camera. Daily gold, daily bronze. The 85 we're going to do. Fuddy's player, I think we'll probably do that one. The new era is reset. Let's use a squad builder. Bronze. Let's just do that. I don't really care what goes into these guys. It's so late in the year, it doesn't even matter. So one of two 85 plus cards. We're just powering through this, guys. We just want to get all this going. Okay, and there you go. You got 2 85 rated cards. Ask and you shall receive. 85 rated cards. Oh my god. What else do we have? Objectives. We have 3. Upgrades. That's what we want to get. So I don't think there's anything too crazy that they released. The fuddies, like I said, we want to do position modifier 87 pick, 82 by 100 maybe. And then all of this is standard stuff. So players, Rafael Leao, Jude Bellingham, the Odegaard we might do just because it's easy. Mudryk, Kim Min Jae, maybe Kim Min Jae, Mudryk. I don't think there's anything with Mudryk that I really want to get. Objectives. We have the daily login 284 plus. The new era. I think what we might do now that I'm thinking of it is maybe just do the 1085 by 10s, get those out of the way, and then jump into a game with whatever team we have after that, and that will be our one game maybe if we can get it out in this episode. What I really oh god, this Musqueam thing, where'd this come from? The one thing I do want to do, guys, is I do want to get that Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez is one of my favorite players in FIFA, so I would love to get this objective done. The Arnautovic also is a really cool card. How long do we have to do this? We have 4 days. Okay, so I have to basically play, what, 12 games? So you have to play 5 with him, and then you have to play, or 5 to get Arnautovic, and then 7 with him in the team. So we have essentially 4 days. We did all this on my main account. I just did the offline version. We're going to try to do it online just because I think that's more entertaining. And yeah, so that might be the game that we end up playing here today. But let's do these 85 by 10s. We'll get Tony Kroos in there. I'll quickly show you guys the team too so you know what we're rocking with. That... Javi Galan, Forlan I'll keep because I don't know what's up with Forlan. Andy Robertson might have to go into the squad. I think that was the last pack that we did. I don't even honestly remember what we were doing. I think I logged in yesterday just to do the daily login, and that was about it. I might need another high-rated card here. Let's use this guy, and then we'll throw him on. Anthony. Oh my god, Anthony, just bane of my existence today being a United fan. Let's do... No, can't sacrifice him. Save him. Okay, so that is going to get us the 85 by 10. Please tell me I put Tony Kroos in there because that's the only reason we just did this first 85 by 10. I need to get Tony Kroos out of that, out of the squad, or out of the trade pile there. They're very frustrating when you get stuck with these. I wish EA had a different solution to this. Tony Kroos. Man, these menus are so slow. Okay, well, we accidentally hit the 85 by 10, so it is what it is. Absolutely nothing. Like, that is what we're dealing with. Totally shocking. Like Kimmich, that's a perfect example. Like Kimmich has a 96 rated team of the season card, and instead they put like these guys in. They deliberately kept all this fodder in for whatever reason, I guess, so that people can grind away. But like, why not just put like Kimmich in? Like, why have his base card? It's just so, like, I don't understand what their rationale is for this. It's just really bizarre. Anyway, so this is what the team looks like right now. I'm going to have to probably change something because I think we need... I think for the objective, you need Serie A players in there. So we'll probably have to move this around. So as you can see here, a lot of this was just offline in order to... I don't even remember what we were getting. So Donnarumma, Frimpong, Koundé, De Ligt we ended up buying. I think his price has dropped a ton. We got him so we could make Davies work. I'm excited to use this Davies card because we haven't used him yet. Valverde, he's going to be one of the holding mids. Tchouameni, we were using Luka Modric, who can kind of rotate in there. We got a three-headed monster with Tchouameni, Valverde, and Modric, but we played a 4-2-3-1, so only 2 of the 3 can fit in, and I just wanted to try Tchouameni. What is Tchouameni? Okay, so he needed an engine because his defensive stats were already through the roof, so I put an engine on him. Betty Pele has been really good, and Christopher Nkunku. I don't remember where. I think we're using him on the right. Griezmann we've been using up top, and then Thiago. No. What the hell was I doing here? I don't remember what my plan here was. Like, I think we were trying to do something with Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan David went in there because of Alphonso Davies, and he had a link to Abedi Pele. But I think we'll have to get Pogba back in there with Lautaro Martinez. We'll probably put Florenzi in because, like I said, we need to get some Serie A cards. So we'll do that before, we jump into a game. But I do want to get these... I do want to get these 10 85 by 10s out of the way. Excuse me. Because I do want to get Jude Bellingham at some point, even though we don't really need him. I think it'd just be cool to have Jude Bellingham in the squad. So Di Lorenzo, Strafezza, Cruz, Robertson's another card that we have. We'll use him. We might have to use him. Thomas Muller. And then if we can get some silvers in there, that would be great. Sterling, if we have to. Okay, so we got an 88 rated squad. What can we bring down here? So we can bring him down. That's handy. Oh, wow. What was the other card? What was the other card? I think it was Joe Cole. Oh, wow. We can keep Sterling. We can keep Muller. And that's about it. So let's submit that. We get another 85 by 10, so we're at 2 of 10. Let's see here. I hope I used all the right cards there. We have a ton of packs, which is fun, but like getting rid of the fodder is actually some of the hardest stuff. There's so many SBCs, but they're all high-rated SBCs. That's the challenge, right? So if you get like a Jude Bellingham, I think he starts at like 87. So that's the only annoying thing. So you get like 1 or 2 like duplicate cards, and you're like, okay, I got to scrounge up the rest of the 11 cards that go into that one SBC. David De Gea. Another card that they should have back in packs. It should just be all the team of the seasons, honest to God. Like, I don't understand what they're doing. They're making this just so painful. Like, needlessly painful. Oh, there's going to be that Swedish striker. This guy I've packed so many times, guys. Okay, so what do we want to do here? So the 85 by 10 Jude Bellingham. Do we want to do Martin Odegaard? Do we want to do the Fuddies player pick? Do we want to do Kim Min Jae? What do we want to do here, guys? Martin Odegaard's a cool card. We don't need him. He's just 2 squads. Kim and Jay would be easy to do. You know what? Let's get Jude Bellingham started. This is going to be really annoying to do. I think he's only 8 squads, which is nice, but Rafael Leao would also be nice. 8 days, 12 days. Let's do Leao just because he ends sooner. We need a Milan player, which I don't know if I can even do this. Don't tell me this froze. The freezing. Brutal. Yeah, it looks like it froze. Okay, so we gotta close this. Man, do you guys get this? Like, do you guys have this happen? The freezing I get all the damn time, man. It just freezes on the menus. I don't know if it's me. Like, I don't have any issues with any other things freezing except FIFA. That's it. Like, I don't know if it's my account, my PlayStation. I don't know if it's the servers, the game. I don't know what is going on. But, oh my God, is it painful. Absolutely brutal. It kills me, man. It kills me having to go into this. I don't even know what that little loading bar was. So yeah, of these guys, I've officially packed none of these on this account. I've never even seen a person get Rude Hullet. So, like, that's great that you guys have put them into packs, but, like, there's 3 weeks left, and people can't get any of these cards. Like, I don't see anybody pack them. So, like, why are they in there? Because you get Gyokers, or whatever that guy's name is, the Swedish striker, about 1,000 fucking times. Excuse me. This guy, Gyökeres, or whatever this guy's name is. Gyökeres. Like, just 1,000 times we pack this guy. It is just painful. Please don't freeze again. Oh! Fantastic. Okay, so we need a Milan player, which I doubt we even have. Oh, there's a fly in here. Please. Oh, we do have someone. Benasser. Tonali. Let's use Tonali. So that takes care of him. 86 rated squad. This is going to be really easy to do. We can probably fill this in with some golds. If we have any. Couple silvers. Wow, we have a lot of fodder in this club, guys. A lot of fodder. Way more than I thought we did. We might be able to do some cool stuff here. Okay, so that's that squad. So 1 of 7 completed for Rafael Leao. Those types of SBCs, guys, you don't want to watch me do that. I'll just grind them away offline. Also, I'm going to try to do as many games as we can, maybe tomorrow or the next day with the Alexis Sanchez. But if we're getting down to the wire, I'll just go offline and finish them. And I'm sorry if that is viewed as cheating to some of you guys, but like, look, this account, this is the way I play FIFA. I would love to be able to do these things online, but like with the with my main account, the Alexis Sanchez, it's like 2 hours maybe. You just grind it all out when offline games, and you just get your squad battle rewards. Like, just that's the way I do them. If there's a card that I want, I don't like squad battles necessarily. I think, you know, people might think that I do like it. I don't like playing squad battles. It's boring. But at the same time, like, it's the easiest way to get those cards for achievements. They're brutal to get online, because people will see that you're trying to do something. Oh, there's Benasser right there. People see that you're trying to do something like, oh, I need to score with Benasser, and like, they will just go out of their way to try to prevent you from doing it. It is really painful to do objectives online. I never recommend doing them. Oh, did we just pack the same guy in 2 straight packs, Cabela? Unbelievable. Cabela, Kudus, Tomori. Man, really, really crazy. Okay, so let's do the second set. We're going to do this Rafael Leao in no time. Jude Bellingham. We need a Portugal player. Which I'm sure we have. What is he, an 88 rated squad or something? Gyökeres, I'm sure we will get you again. Portugal, what do we have? We'll put João Mario in. Put some of these guys in just because they're there. Like, I'm surprised by all the fodder we have. I didn't think we had this much fodder. We can actually probably do some of these SBCs pretty damn quick. 88 rated, so we can drop this way down. Let's save him. Save that. And let's save one more. I don't remember if Kudus was part of that. 88, 80, 86. No, we can't save the 86. So 86 will come in for 82, and there we go. So there's the second team done. So 5 more teams, and we have a 99 rated Rafael Leao, who's a fantastic player. He's actually, right now, he's playing striker on my main account. Just because it's so hard to get a striker. Like, the way my team's set up. I have Alexis Sanchez. I have about 4 different like leagues in there, which is another thing, guys. I know I'm just complaining a lot, but get rid of chemistry. Like, they rework the chemistry system. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. You don't need it. You don't need it, EA. You do not need chemistry. Just like, have guys use whatever cards they want. As long as the player's in the right position, they can fit in that position. Who cares about the links? Like, it's just such an antiquated system. I wish they would. Wow, did we honestly get this guy again, man? Oh, this guy is like this pack to me is preseason. This is literally the preseason pack right here. Gyökeres, Tavernier, I've packed it 1,000 times. Calvin Phillips. Okay. Calvin Phillips, Champions League Road to the Final card. Like, what a random card. Why do they have that in there? And then El Nesri of all people, but they don't put Pogba in. Like, just what a strange game this is. Like, honest to God, guys. So bizarre. 85 by 10. Like, honestly, that was just the weirdest pack ever. Like, so fitting. Oh, God. Gyökeres. Just ridiculous. I'm just going to put all these guys right back in. We'll save Oblak if we can. We might not be able to, so I'll just have him in there anyway. Then let's do that. Who's this guy? I try to keep some of the Vancouver Whitecaps just because I have an emotional place in my heart for them. Can we save him? Can we save an 86? No, we cannot. Let's do this, and then let's try to save someone. Can't do that. 78, can a 77 come in? Nope. Okay, well, that's going to be the best that we can do here, I guess, guys. So another 85 by 10. How many do we have left? 7. Okay, well, let's power through these. Don't tell me this froze. Froze again, man. Sometimes I'll just get on a roll and it will be fine, but when it's freezing, I don't know if it needs like a hard reset of the system or something like that, but like it'll be fine for hours on end, and then sometimes it will just freeze. Like I said, I don't know if it's like the servers or what is going on with it, but I mean, the game's a fucked up piece of shit, so like brutal. I was just talking to one of my friends actually about Paul Pogba. I went back and watched the Pogmentary, that Amazon Prime thing. It got a lot of hate. Like, I stopped watching it when it first came out because I was being impacted by the amount of hate it was getting. And I went back to go watch it from like just a fresh set of eyes, because Paul Pogba, look, he's one of my favorite players. if not my favorite player in the world. But he's, how do I put this? He's one of those guys that it comes with a lot of drama, but he's so talented. Like, I love watching him on the field when he plays. And I just, as a United fan, it's painful because, like, people just hate on him. And Ruben Neves and United fans, oh, he didn't have heart, he didn't play for the badge. But it's just like, this, I don't want to go on too much of a United rant here, but I watched them lose to Arsenal today, okay? Arsenal fans, like, if anybody here is an Arsenal fan, all I would say is count your lucky stars, because they got very lucky. They probably don't deserve that win. I'm not saying that the team didn't play well, they didn't deserve to get a result, because they did. I thought it was probably deserving of a tie because both teams kind of had moments where they were okay. However, in that game, United got robbed at the end with that Garnacho goal. In my opinion, he was onside. Okay, and I know people are going to be like, oh, well, VAR said he was offside and this and that, but, like, he was not offside. Like, the angle that they did that at was so bullshit. And then, like, to me, was it a foul on Johnny Evans at the death there? I don't know, questionable at best, but at the same time, like, that's just another thing where I'm just like, you guys got really, really lucky to get out of there, to sneak out of that. That was not a game that I thought deserved to be 3-1. The Gabriel Jesus goal was nice at the end, but the only reason he got that was because they were trying to press, and United was trying to press and get a goal right at the end. But, that Declan Rice goal, like, questionable whether there was a foul in there. There was just a lot of moving parts. And it's funny because I called that. As soon as that goal got called back, I said to Futbe when we were watching it, I was just like, Arsenal's going to come back and score this, because football's very predictable. It is. I know that it's not like something that you can necessarily predict. It's like as random as going to a casino and playing roulette, but at the same time, it's not really. Like, it's so much momentum. When they had that goal pulled or called back, I was just like, this game, Arsenal's going to score here. It was just so telling when they had that goal called back. It was frustrating as a United fan. But anyway, like, I'm going off on a tangent here. The part that was frustrating to me was that Jadon Sancho wasn't included in the squad. And when I like Eric Ten Hag. I just want to say that. I like Ten Hag. I think he's a really good manager. But to me, United is so fucked up. They are such a poorly run organization because of the Glazers. The Glazers are wicked. And they're awful human beings, and they don't deserve to be managing. They don't deserve to be owners. And the problem with football, the problem with sports in general, is the one thing you can't do is get rid of the owners. You're stuck with them. So if you get stuck with some awful piece of shit that owns your team in any sport, you're stuck with them. As a Vancouver Canucks fan, the hockey team, same thing. Like, it's just, they're painful because we're stuck with their imbecile owner, and, like, your team lives and dies with them. Right? Like, if they're a moron, then they're going to run their team like a moron. They're going to run their company like idiots. And that's exactly what happens in United. They run their team like absolute idiots. And it's just painful. It is so painful to watch, because the people that suffer are the fans. Paul Pogba was under a microscope every second he was there. And I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, but everybody was like, well, he doesn't score, he doesn't play for the badge, he doesn't do this. If you watch Paul Pogba, he was brilliant. Every time he gets the ball, he never gives the ball away. He always makes an intelligent pass. Sure, he gets injured. Sure, he got frustrated. He got frustrated playing under Mourinho because they rag on him. And I get it. That's some of the personality stuff. But United fans always just, well, Paul Pogba, whatever, get out of my club. You don't have any heart. I just think that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is not like 1950. This is not 1960, 1970, 1980. This isn't the 90s, okay? This is 2023, okay? The modern day football is very different. And managers, I'm not saying they don't need to adapt, because they do need to adapt. But at the same time, like, they're the manager. I get it. But, like, when you've got a talent like that, you cannot just waste them, okay? And they wasted Paul Pogba. They didn't build a team around him. And one of the biggest things is a guy like that is a pass and move player. Alexis Sanchez is another player. Pass and move. When they make that pass and they shoot into space, and you watch players like Scott McTominay around them, and Fred, and these imbeciles like Harry Maguire. One of the most frustrating things as a guy who's played football his entire life, one of the most frustrating things you can have happen when you're playing at a higher level is when you make that pass and you run into space and you're looking for the return ball and they just turn or they stand on it and it just kills the flow. It kills the momentum. And United are stuck with all these guys. I like Marcus Rashford, but he's brutal with that. He stops on the ball and lets all these defenders flood back in, and they get a million men behind the ball, and United don't have enough movement. They don't have enough attack. They don't have enough strategy in the final third to be able to break it down. So, like, him stopping on the ball is brutal. Martial gets the ball at his feet. He's looking down at his feet all the time, and he turns back and plays the ball backwards. Like, there's no cutting passes in the final third. And Paul Pogba is brilliant at that. That was the thing that uneducated football, they're not, I don't want to not call them fans, but they don't have a football brain. They're just people that watch the team. And it's intellectually lazy because they don't know what they're talking about. They just go, oh, Pogba was ineffective. He's ineffective because he's surrounded by players that can't play with him at his level. You watch guys like that. When he plays with France, different. He's totally different. When he plays at Juventus, I watched him today. Brilliant at Juventus, okay? Because he's playing with guys that know how to pass and move. And he ended up scoring a volley. It got called offside because one of the other guys was offside. But the ball gets knocked into the air. He volleys it, drives it low. Out of the air. He picks this thing out of the air and drives it low into the corner. Okay? That type of talent, they waste it at United. They literally wasted his entire time there. And they just destroyed his confidence to the point that he doesn't want to be there anymore. Jadon Sancho's another guy. Like, people are saying, like, oh, Jadon Sancho's not as good as people think he is. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I saw that all over Twitter today. People being like, Jadon Sancho, you guys need to get over Sancho. He's not at Dortmund anymore. These guys are all going to other squads. Alexis Sanchez, the only team that Alexis Sanchez was ineffective at was United. He was great for Udinese. He was great for Barca. He was fantastic for Arsenal. He comes to United, he sucks. They send him to Marseille. He's fantastic again. He's back at Inter. He's going to be good there again. And the guy's even older than he was at United. So people are just like, oh, he's washed up. He's not fucking washed up, man. That's so stupid to listen to that. He is a fantastic player, man. And he's showing that he can do it at these other clubs. And, like, United fans are so dense sometimes. And it's not just United fans. Fans of, like, the Premier League or wherever. They have no idea what they're talking about. They just blame things on stuff that they don't get because they don't understand football. They don't understand the strategy behind it. Where I'm going with all of this is it's brutal as a fan of Man United to sit there watching them because people will just blame all of these guys for stuff that's not their fault. It is not Jadon Sancho's fault. The guys can't play him into positions, okay? He looks ineffective because when you've got holding midfielders that don't know how to move the ball, when you've got wing backs that don't know how to move the ball, you get stuck on an island, your confidence gets low, and next thing you know, you're not playing to the level that you should be playing at. And people will just jump down your throats and they will rip you apart on social media and they'll say, oh, you suck, you're not very good. Jadon Sancho's a fantastic player. You watch him, he's going to go somewhere else and he's going to shine because he has great movement, he's got great passing, and he's a good dribbler on the ball, okay? He's not going to be that guy that just runs at guys and takes people on. This isn't Cristiano Ronaldo in 2004. There's hardly anybody in the world that can do that anymore because defenders are so good. Everybody just thinks that, like, Antony should just be taking guys on. Antony I'm not a big fan of, but, like, it's just such a stupid, lazy argument. If you are one of those guys that thinks, oh, Antony sucks because he doesn't take anybody on, he doesn't beat anybody, you have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry, you really don't, man. You have no idea what you're talking about. My issue with Antony is he makes really dumb decisions and he gives the ball away when he passes it. But he's not a guy who's just... The Premier League, you're not going to beat guys on the ground. You're not going to run past 4 guys. This isn't the Eredivisie. You're not going to run past and dribble through 5 different guys. Okay, Messi's not doing that. And Messi's the best dribbler, arguably, in the history of the game, maybe. And he's not going to dribble past guys because they just don't do that. Like, it's not something that guys do at this level. It's too rare. You need so much talent to be able to do that. So, like, Jadon Sancho, I've seen so many times where he's made great plays and, like, these forwards, they just fuck it up. Like, Martial just drives me crazy watching Martial. Okay, Rashford, totally wasteful. Okay, Bruno, I like him, but not consistent enough because he's another guy that just like he needs talent around him. You can't he can't just create everything. You need if you're a pass and move guy, like if you had Alexis Sanchez in there playing with Bruno and Pogba, you bet your ass you're gonna see that ball movement. You're gonna see such creative um, passing plays, and they're gonna create opportunities. But instead, they bring in one guy and they put him next to Scott McTominay and Fred and all these imbeciles in the midfield and defense and wings, and they just expect them to create out of nothing. And it's like, it is fucking painful, man. It's painful to watch. And then the fans just jump down their throat. Oh, Rashford's fantastic. Why? Because he scored one goal? He wasted everything else that entire game. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to jump on Rashford. I don't think he's the problem. But I would have preferred so many other guys than Marcus Rashford. You know, and I'm not saying that I wanted to keep this guy because I'm not trying to make this a whole thing, but Mason Greenwood is a better pure finisher, in my opinion, than Marcus Rashford is. Rashford's a good finisher, but he wastes a lot. Mason Greenwood is a really good finisher. Now, as a human being, that's a whole other conversation. I'm not saying he should. I don't even think he should probably be playing football right now. I think that was too much too soon, and like, you know, I never wish anybody's career to be destroyed. But Mason Greenwood's a whole other conversation. It's like, I don't even want to get into that right now. But from pure finishing standpoint, great striker. He can actually drive the ball low. Marcus Rashford will score 1 in 5, and people remember that one, and they just go, oh, Marcus Rashford was fantastic. But United's biggest issue, everyone says it's their defense. Oh, it's Harry Maguire, it's Johnny Evans, it's all that. And like, look, those guys were terrible. When they came on, they let in all these goals. But they are not the biggest issue. The biggest issue, and this has been an issue for years, is their attack. They do not have the midfield, but more importantly, they do not have the attackers. They do not have a cohesive unit up front. They throw Anthony Martial, who can't create anything. His movement is terrible. He doesn't move unless the ball's literally right in front of him, and he knows that they have to make a pass. He's not running off the ball. He's not dragging defenders anywhere. Rasmus Højlund, my fear with Rasmus Højlund is he's going to get so discouraged being there that he's not going to want to do anything. They're going to take all the confidence right out. They're going to suck it right out of him. That is my fear with him. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that is my fear with Rasmus Højlund, is that he's going to not score as many goals. Everyone thinks he's going to be Haaland. He's 20 years old. He's not going to be Erling Haaland. People think that he's just going to do this right out of the gate. He's not. Okay, I'm telling you, he's not going to do that right out of the gate, and people are going to get frustrated with him, and they're going to blame him for stuff, and he won't deserve any of it. And worst case scenario, his confidence just falls through the floor. Next thing you know, you've got another just guy sitting on the bench, and people saying, oh, he wasn't ready. Why did they buy this guy? Like, they are in such a mess, man. It is painful. It is so painful to watch. Like, and they're getting worse before they're getting better. That's the scariest part to me. They're not looking good at all, and they're not going to get any better anytime soon. Like, they are in big, big trouble. If they don't get rid of those fucking idiots, the Glazers, that franchise is just going to regress and regress and regress until they become middle of the pack. They are already middle of the pack. They're already not a very good team. It's just their incredible fan base. They've got such a huge fan base because of all the goodwill that they bought in the 90s and 2000s with Ronaldo and that whole era and Rooney. But they are killing us. They are killing us as fans. Like, we don't want to watch you anymore. Like, I'm losing my passion for the team that I loved for a long time. I've got a Paul Pogba Manchester United jersey in there that just, it hurts. It hurts to see it in my closet because it's just like, man, I just think of like, what a waste. What a waste of his years here, because he was so talented and they just did nothing with him. Anyway, so that is my rant for the day on Manchester United. It was a painful, painful day. I don't think, no offense to Arsenal, I don't think Arsenal's very good. I don't think they're bad by any means, but I just don't think they're as good as people probably think they are. I don't think that they're as good as people are going to give them credit for. But where am I going with that? There aren't a lot of teams that are better. That's the biggest thing right now. There's just not a lot of teams that are better than them. So I don't think that I think they're very beatable. I think they're very capable of losing, but they are also not the strongest team in the Premier League. It's just there's not a whole lot of teams that are better than them. I think City is far and away number one. Again, City I think very beatable. I think it's just is there a team out there that can beat them at the moment? That's going to be the question in the Champions League. Because especially when they don't have De Bruyne in there. I mean, I know De Bruyne is probably going to come back at some point this year, but I think City's very beatable. I don't think they're as good as they think they are, but there's just not a better team out there right now, if that makes any sense. If they would have been a team that existed, if this team right now would have existed 10 years ago and they were playing against that Barca team of like the 2010s, I think they would have gotten smacked by Barca. I don't view them as being as good. But right now, there's kind of like this transitional period, I feel like, where the Messi and the Ronaldos are out. They're trying to figure out who the next big guys are. Looks like Erling Haaland's kind of like the go-to guy there. Neymar looks like Neymar's going to Saudi Arabia. Who's the other guy that I was putting in this? I just went back and looked. Who the hell was the other guy? Sorry, I wasn't focusing here. Oh, Klaus. Yeah, I think Liverpool to me is number two. I think they're the second best team in England at the moment. But they need to stay healthy. They have huge issues with injuries. Mohamed Salah was almost. If Mohamed Salah left, they would have fallen behind, in my opinion. But I think they're the number two rated team in the EPL, but they have these mental lapses where they are dropping points to teams that they should not be dropping points to. So that's been a huge issue for them. And even Tottenham to me is above United. I just think Tottenham are a better team than United are. What do you need here to get to this 92? These 92 rated teams are brutal. They just like kill all your fodder. Holy man, what do I have to put into this thing? Ruben Neves can go in because like we're not going to use him. 85. Can I put an 85 in here? No, I cannot. So 88. No, so that is a lot actually in order to get this 92 rated squad down. But we need it. You have to put that in there in order to get Leao. So yeah, the EPL is very interesting right now. I'm hoping that another team comes out of the woodworks and just has a surprise year. I would love to see like a Juventus or even Barca come back. Real Madrid's going to be really interesting without Benzema because Benzema just bailed them out. He was such an important striker for them last year. Europe is just going to be interesting this year watching the Champions League. I just don't want to see City, man. I really don't. Like, not even just being a United fan. I mean, it's painful being a United fan and watching City. Like, all these annoying City fans that, like, fans that, I mean, like, it basically came out of nowhere. It's really frustrating listening to them. All these people that probably don't know anything about the history of that club. And they're just like, oh, yeah. Well, they don't really have a huge history, right? But, oh, yeah, we're City fans, and they're all wearing sky blue. And I get it. You jump on the bandwagon, right? Like, I jumped probably on the bandwagon in the 90s when I was watching Man United as a kid win the Champions League. It made me a Man United fan. But I just don't want to watch them constantly win every year. Like, it's getting boring. I just want to see somebody else kind of come up. I'd love to see a team from Italy win. Like, a team from Italy would just be a really refreshing. It would just be refreshing to see. It's just been the same thing over and over for so many years now that it's just getting dull. What are we doing here? I wasn't even really paying attention to what we were doing here. Okay, Rafael Leao. Maybe I'm just getting weary because of how tired I am right now. Haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep. Benacer. So we're trying to make, what, a 91 rated squad? Jonathan, Klaus, Cancelo, Ballack. Casemiro can go in. Ballack can go in. Oh, we're already there. 92. Oh, fantastic. We can bring this down. Okay, what do we want to save here? Can probably even bring this down even more. Sergio Biscuits. No, can't do that. So 93 for 92. 92 for, and the 90 we have to put in there for an 87. What else can we put in? 79. Nope. Do we have any 75s or 85s? We have 185. Let's do that. Okay, that's good enough. So one of the 91 squads is done. So how many squads do we have done here? 4 of 7. So we need 3 more. It's actually not too bad to get him. To get Rafael Leao. It's a pretty good card. I wonder if we can actually get this done in order to use him as part of the Serie A objective to get Marko Arnautovic. That Marko Arnautovic card is actually a really good card. I wouldn't use him as my main striker on like a primary squad, but like if you need links to Alexis Sanchez, he's a good card. Oh no, that was the second 85 by 10. I don't know why I went in here. I already knew that we didn't have it. Let's try the preview pack. No, nothing in that. These preview packs are a total joke to me. This is really funny. So, I don't know if you guys even remember this, but it was like, what, 2-3 years ago? They came under fire for this being... They had this lawyer, this female lawyer that I remember, she stood in front of, what, I can't even remember what country. This was in the Netherlands or something like that. But they came under fire for this being gambling. And they kept using the term surprise mechanics. It's a surprise mechanic when you open up a pack. And it's like, look, guys, it's gambling, okay? I admit that. I'm doing it. I'm playing this. I know what I'm getting myself into, but they viewed it as predatory towards children, which I totally understand, and I completely agree with. It is very predatory, the way that they sell packs towards kids. However, with that being said, I do think that there is some buyer beware here. If you're letting your kid play this game and you're finding out that they're spending money on packs, it's up to you as a parent to prevent them from doing that. Like, it's naive to think that your kids are just going into these games and like not being tempted to spend money. Like, it's something that as a parent you need to know going forward, that this is the way games work these days. So anyway, the surprise mechanic. Woman went up there, the lawyer, the female lawyer, and she was just like, oh yes, it's a surprise mechanic. That's just the way our games work here. And it was such bullshit listening to this woman describe this. I was in total shock listening to this. I couldn't believe that they had the audacity to try to make us seem like such idiots. Surprise mechanic. It's a surprise mechanic. But they came under fire, and next thing you know, they released preview packs, but they had like 100k preview packs. This was before they had all these like 250,000 or 250 player packs and all those crazy things they did during footies. They had like the ultimate pack and like the jumbo rares and all that stuff, and they had previews for all of those every single day. And then all of a sudden next year it was only preview. Oh, Adrian Rabiot. Oh, we already have him. It was only previews for... We have... Oh my god. Look at that. It's all trash, though. They only have previews for the 7.5k pack. I feel like that is their legal requirement, that they have to do that. They have to have those packs up there. because they've been given some type of like legal judgment where it's like you have to have the option where kids can preview them because else it's gambling. So they do the absolute bare minimum and they put the shittiest pack that nobody ever buys as a preview pack. They never do it for the 250k pack. They never do it for any of their other packs. They only do it for that one. So I find that very, very comical that that's the way they approach their legal requirement that they have to meet, which is just put the bare minimum up there. Don't worry about the other ones. Don't worry about the ultimates or the jumbos or the 15 players from whatever they've got going on, the whatever promotion they've got going on. It's only the absolute bare minimum because they don't want people to see that. They don't want people to get discouraged and not want to spend money on packs. It's so idiotic. $88. Can we get this 90? No, 88's as far as we go. So yeah, I just find the preview pack to be so entertaining. I've opened them consistently throughout the year. I think I maybe bought one of them with coins. I think there's only been one that was worth more than 7.5k, and it was, I don't even remember what it was. It was like an inform or something like that. So I bought it, discarded the inform, and then the rest of the pack was a bonus. That was it. That was the only time I ever did it. And actually got anything from it. Every other one was stupidly ineffective. It was just so ridiculous. It's such a scam. Such a scam. Oh, God. Harry Kane, that's good fodder. Okay, so Harry Kane and Marino will use that for the next segment of Rafael Leao. And then we might be able to get this done today. I actually didn't intend on doing this today. I promise, guys. So what is it? 91 overall. Scam packs. Yeah, man, they're crafty. They figure out ways to scam you for sure. They know who butters their bread. They know where all their money's coming from. It's funny because they were actually talking about like this being potentially a free-to-play in the future, or like downloadable, or like you pay for whatever the game initially and then it's just constant updates, I guess, like content updates. I don't see them doing that. I think they're too greedy. They've been talking about that since I was there. Like they were talking about this, making this a downloadable game and just like dealing with it as downloadable only. And I'm just like, they're never ever going to make that move because there's too many hands in the pot. They are just too greedy. 95, 86, 88. What can we bring down here? For 91, 88, 91. Okay, let's do that. So that's another 91 squad out of the way. I was really happy with the amount of fodder that we had, that we were able to do this. I know it's taken almost an hour, but I mean, to get Rafael Leao, I think that's a really cool card to get. Let me know too, guys. Like, I haven't gotten a whole lot of feedback on the original video, or the second one just went up today. Like, I want to know if you guys like this. Like, I don't want to waste my time making content that you guys don't like. Like, my channel, I just kind of do for fun. But at the same time, if these are really too long, or if you guys run them in the background, do you guys just want really quick, snackable content? I always like watching really long content. I just think it's fun to watch. But, I mean, I can chop it up too. It's just chopping them up is so time intensive. Like, it just takes forever to do. So that's the only reason that I haven't done that with most of these. And also I wanted to do this as an RTG, excuse me, so you guys see what we're actually like building here. It's not just like, hey, you come on and I've got every endgame card. How the hell did you get all those cards, right? Because that's the first question I see in like so many videos. People, how did you guys get How did you get this card? You even get it online. You'll be playing online against somebody and people will be like, how you get this card? Yeah, like some direct message. I just turn off my direct messages because of that. What do we have here? Anderson Talisca, he can go in. Kenny Dalglish, I do not want. That's just I'm saving him for an SBC that's worth it. Bang bang. 83. Whatever. Okay, so this is going to be the last 85 by 10. We'll do one of the other segments. We only have 2 more segments to do, and then we'll have to grind out the last one using 84 by 10s. But you guys have seen this. We've opened 10 of these guys, and we have packed, what, 1 card that's even worth keeping. We haven't packed any of the big boys. We haven't packed anyone that's even usable. Oh, Pedri. I take that back. We got Pedri on the last one. So Pedri will go into the squad because I think our Pedri is actually a tradable version of Pedri. Yeah, there you go. But Pedri is also not worth anything at this stage in FIFA. So I think we got him for like 18k at the very most. So a 90, 290 rated squads. Okay, so 290 rated squads to finish this off. Pedri's a cool card, actually. I'm a big fan of him. I'm surprised they didn't put him in footies, to be honest with you. Oh, I thought this froze again. Okay, so now we need 90. Okay, so Depay can go in because, look, we're not going to use Memphis Depay. Forlan can go in. We're not going to use him. Dalglish, I'm not going to use him. Insigne, I'm not going to use him. These are all super high rated fodder cards, so... Oh. And then we've got all these... Oh, man, we can do this right away. Okay. So, 87, we're at 89. 94 for 90. 90 for an 87. 87, 87. No, so that's when you really know. Okay, so that is that. One more squad out of the way. And I'm just gonna jump right in and do the last squad. I'm not even gonna do like an, or do we want to do it? You know what, let's do, do we want to do an 84 by 10? Because you can waste guys doing 84 by 10. Let's just use whatever we have in the club to just get Rafael Leao done, because I don't want to drag this on any longer than it's already been. Parejo we might sell. Okay, so let's get Rafael Leao done, and then let's get into a game. Syria, okay, so let's just use Rafael Leao, unless we can save, or sorry, Parejo, unless we can save him. So this is a 90 rated squad that we need. Depay can go in. Forlan can go in. Kyle Walker can go in. Talisca can go in. And then all of these guys. Zaha I have no interest in. We'll keep, though, just in case we need a right back. But we have Frimpong, so I guess I don't need Zaha. Medina. Oh, I forgot we got Varane, Diaby. We'll probably end up keeping Diaby. And then Gedson if we need it. Okay, so we're at 90 already. We're at 92, funny enough. What can we save here? Let's do Kudos for him. Let's do Di Lorenzo. Let's do him. And I think that's about as low as we can get. Steven Bergwijn. Wow, okay. And you know what? We might even be able to bring this down further. You know what, whatever. Let's just do it. Let's just get this out of the way. Let's get Rafael Leao into the squad. And let's get a game going, guys. So Rafael Leao, fantastic card. What can we do here? Martinez, Daily Bronze. 84 by 10. So the Fuddies pick I might do tomorrow. Let's just see if we get anything tradable in this. And let's just jump into a game, guys, to round out this video here. It's going to be some of the lower divisions. They might actually even have relegated us down to even lower divisions. And we might even have division rival rewards, funny enough, from like the last games that we played, which are going to be crap, but who cares? So, store... No, squad battle rewards. Silver 1. 4,000 coins. Every coin helps. And then division rivals. Oh, okay. We do have rival rewards. I'll do this. Division 8. New division. It dropped me down in division into 9 again. That's so funny. Okay, so let's open these up, get these out of the way. I don't expect anything out of these, but we'll need contracts and chemistry styles and stuff like that. I think I want to put a finisher on Leao if we can get it. Trash, trash, garbage, garbage. Serginho Dest. I'll try selling. Trying to think of what we can build here. There's so many good cards in packs, and just like you pack none of them. That's why I hate doing those 85 by 10s. Like I feel like this week they need to release something just really significant, like 88 plus by 10 or something like that. Because the 86s, or sorry, the 84s are god awful. The 85s are not even that good, and it's just like there's so many cards that people are just not even getting close to. It's just really painful. Hunter, that's handy. That can go. That can go. Nike Premier Flight Ball. We'll use that. Actually, I do want to change the ball. I haven't seen a football in packs in a while, actually. Maybe it's just because now it's just all player packs. This is all good fodder that I'm going to need. Blue nets. I need all these position modifiers. Even though you can just do them as SBCs, they're really handy to get. And I do want to change that ball. I hate that orange ball, that default one. Club. I don't know why we have Dortmund 2 as our away kit still. Oh, what do we have here? Musqueam, Cardiff City. Should we go get United's kits? Are those? Is that a two-headed snake? What is this? you know what? Whatever. I'm not super concerned with the away kit. We're not even going to use it. Okay, so let's build the squad. What do we need? Sorry. I think we need 3 Serie A players because we're trying to do the Marko Arnautovic as objective. Man, look at these menus. Please tell me this didn't freeze again. That is so wild. That is so wild. Even if you want to play the game, EA is trying to stop you from doing it. So this video is going to end up being, yeah, about another hour 30 here, guys. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if you guys like the content. I always love hearing from you guys. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, topics you want to talk about. You know, I'm sure this would make for a better stream than it would be actually. We haven't even got... did we get Joe Gomez? We might have packed Joe Gomez. That's the only guy. This might have made for a better stream than actually like YouTube content, but who knows? Whatever. Okay. Oh, yeah. I need to see. So Socrates. Okay, so don't freeze. Marko Arnautovic. Okay, so play 9 matches on... Just play 9 matches in Rivals. Score using a striker. So that's simple enough. Assist 3 goals. Having moments. Arnautovic. Score 2 goals. Okay, so right now it doesn't matter who we have in the squad. We just need to have anybody in because right now we're just trying to get Arnautovic. And you need Arnautovic in the other ones. This one you just need to score with a striker and you need to just play. So we could technically just use the squad as is, but I'm going to take him out. But let's put him in. Okay, so what are we going to do here? How do we want to build this? Because he's only a left wing. Okay, so how do we want to build this? Formation 4-3-3 with a cam. So we'll make him the striker. He'll be out on the left. Maybe Benasser. Florenzi can come in. He can move to cam. Oh, okay. What do we want to do here? Striker, center forward. What do we want to do here, guys? Chumeni, Busquets, Socrates. You might have to come out, Doctor. And then we'll use... This is going to have a lot of new cards in it, so this team might suffer. Oh, don't tell me you froze again. Like, guys, what is that? The third, fourth time this has done this? Oh, man, it's so frustrating. I worry that it's going to disconnect when we're in game. That's what I'm worried about. Like, we haven't lost connection. It's just like the menus are all fucked. This game is so broken. The PS5, I've never seen a system have so many hiccups on it in my life. Like the PS5, it's like they just rushed it out. And it's like, I don't know if it's like, oh, during COVID and all this shit. But like, man, this system, like, it just has so many issues with it. And maybe I'm blaming the PS5 for EA's incompetence. But like the other PlayStations when they launched it, they just felt more polished. Like, this thing's just like a big behemoth, and it's just, man, it's slower than a PS4. Honest to God, look at that, man. Look at that shit. Oh my God. What was I taking out? So he's coming out. Okay, so what we're going to do, so save that. Save, guys. Look at that. Look at the bottom screen, how long it takes to like save the squad. Brutal. Okay, so he's gonna go here. He's gonna come out for him. He's gonna come in for him. Florenzi will come in. Striker. Right wing. So they're one apiece. What can I do here? Okay, so basically the way I'm viewing this is he's going to be the striker, he's going to be the cam, he will be the right attacking mid, he'll be the left attacking mid. These guys will be the two holding mid. I mean, maybe I just play them on one chemistry each. What other players can we fit in? Unless we take him out. And then I would need a striker from La Liga. Or he can go into the right. Pedri can go. Maybe that's what we'll do. No. Pedri's going to have to play on the left. This team's going to really suffer too because they're all going to get moraled really heavily. Okay, so that takes care of that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Here's how the team is going to shape up. Rafael Leao's going to go out on the right. Griezmann and Nkunku, Pedri, Florenzi, Benacer, Frimpong, Donnarumma. Okay, so that's our main. 5-2-1-2. Nkunku, Griezmann. Let's put Leao up top. Florenzi, Pedri, Benacer. Okay, so that's the way they will shape up. 4-3-2-1. Griezmann, Nkunku, Leao. Maybe we do that. And 3-4-2-1. Nkunku, Griezmann, Davies, Pedri. Okay, so that's the way we want it. Now we need to roles, captain, Griezmann captain, penalties, 92, 82, 90, 94 Florenzi. So I'll make it Griezmann. Left corner, I did not want my keeper taking the corners. Benacer, let's do Pedri as the corner man. Free kick. Oh my God. So Griezmann's our free kick guy. Okay, so this is the way the team shapes up. Kit numbers. 10, 7, 13, 5, 26, 28. No, he's number 6. Where does he wear? 8. Select, he's 19. He's 99. $11. $6. 16, 14, 12. Valverde. I need a center back. Okay, too many. Let's bring too many in there. Raheem Sterling, unfortunately, you're not going to make the cut. Who are the center backs that we have in the squad? Oh, Rafa Varane. That's what I want. So that is how we're going to shape up. Now we need chemistry styles. What chemistry styles do we have? We have a shadow. One shadow, one hunter. One finisher. Perfect. Who do we want the hunter on? $95.89. They all have chemistry styles. They all have hunters. Let's put Pedri on the hunter. He needs the pace. Who wants the shadow? Who's most important to get a shadow right now? He's going to be up there for shadow contender. He's up there, but my concern with De Ligt is that he's tradable, so I worry that we'll get another card that's better than him. Let's put shadow on him. We can always buy another shadow. Okay, guys, so this is going to be the squad. Let's get into the first game. This is going to be rough because they're all going to be heavily moraled. It's basically an entire team of new cards. Yeah, with the exception of like 1 or 2 guys. So this is going to be a very, very interesting. I think maybe 3, 4, 5 of the cards aren't new. So the team is all going to get nerfed down, and that's not an excuse in case we lose. It's just you're going to see it. You saw it in the previous videos, the way the team gets affected. Why not me? Why does my team still say Bremen Fortuna? I've changed that so many times. Oh my God. Ronaldinho. Messi. This guy's in Division 9. Okay, so this guy is going to be very interesting. He's either going to be absolutely unbelievable. Ooh, bad pass. Yeah, this is gonna be tough just because of this guy's team. How does this guy have Messi? Like after, and he's in Division 9. Oof. Yeah, chances are going to be slim. But it's all right. We'll get through. We'll break through, guys. See, those types of passes are going to be really hard to deal with. Falta. Like, this guy's not a fantastic player, but my team's just getting so heavily moraled right now, and I'm coming up against such a beast of a player. Like, a beast of a team, excuse me, that, like, it's going to be hard to deal with. Like that. Like, they're clunky. Oh, my God. This guy's just calling 2 men to every player. Oh boy, this is going to be tough. Not because of the opponent that I'm playing, but because of the way my team's playing. Like, there's so many new cards. Oh. Yeah, like, you cannot dribble with them. Oh my God, this guy's team is everywhere. Oh my God. There we go, Rafael Leao. That's what a 99 card does, I guess. Look at this. Both center backs. No, neither of them put in a challenge. Oh, foul. Oh my God, this is like playing with guys that are just stuck in mud. That's the danger with these types of accounts, guys. Like, these new RTGs is like, playing with them is really, really difficult. Like, look at this guy's team just flying around. Look, oh my God, man. And we're up 2-0, and it's just like, it's just so hard. Like, it's so hard to play with them, man. Oh, they're stuck in mud, man. This is morale. Like, just the people that don't understand morale, it's frustrating talking to them because they just don't get it. Like, look at the spinning. Like the sliding and the skating and just, oh man, this game can be just brutal, man. It can be just so brutal to play. Like, it's very possible that we'll get a result out of this, but like, you're asking for it. Like, I'm asking for it going into this game with this team. Like, this is why you got to take them offline. You have to play offline games, guys. If you want to play at any, this is Division 9. If you want to play at any type of competitive level with new cards, don't be like, oh, the gameplay's bad today. It's not gameplay. Well, it is the gameplay, but the gameplay's bad because your new cards are on low morale. That's all that is. That's all this is. It's just really, really tough, man. Really tough to play. Jeez. Like, really challenging. We're going to have to bring Thiago on, I think, for Florenzi. Because I got to get some of the guys that have better morale on. Because I've used these guys a couple times. Look at this guy. Look at that. Falls over. Man, brutal. It's like you can't escape them. There we go. Like, this guy's not a great player. It's just all going to come down to, like, if, oh, God. Oh, man, the offside's brutal. See how many offsides they get? This guy sucks really badly. I do really want to pump this on. No, he's going to quit, though. Like, he's not a very good player. He's just got, like, constant pressure, blah, 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 blah. And anyway, the reason that, like, the constant pressure, team press, and all that stuff is affecting my players is because when you do that, even though it's not difficult to punish them, you still need your players to be capable. They still have to be able to complete a pass. But because my team's morale is so low because so many cards are new, they have low morale, their composure stat is negatively affected. So they're giving the ball away. So when guys are putting like this super aggressive press on you, it can really make your passing super inaccurate. No way did he stop that. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh, man, painful. Come on. This is really difficult, guys. Just absolutely painful. Like, you know where he's going to. That's the worst part of all this. Look at the swinging, though, man. Like, my defender's just swinging wildly. Don't quit now, you idiot. Oh, is he making other subs? Oh, my lord. Like, it should be about 7-1. But the reason it's not 7-1 is because, again, morale. Like, the players are just, their shots are terrible. You touch them, they're falling over. It's just this guy's not a very good player, right? But, man, it is tough. And that's why this game is so fucked. Because it's so broken with all this garbage. There you go, man. Just idiotic. Like, look at this guy. Oh my god, they're offside again. Like, this guy has no business being in this game at all. Right back to him, right? Don't you dare. Oh, get out of here, man. It's forcing balls. It's forcing turnovers. It is. This game is trying really, really hard to force this guy back into this game. Look at the turnovers, man. Look at the players. Like, I can't... Like, they're not locking in. I can call 3 guys, and they're just doing this. Oh, I hate this game, man. It sucks. It's such a fucked up piece of shit, this game. I hate it. I hate it so much, man. And how many chances did we have before? Come on, he's not offside. How many chances did we have, like, right in front of the net? Oh, man, it is awful. Griezmann killing me, man. Like, let's just put Lacazette on. Absolutely killing me. Look at the guy's stamina, too. Like, even a 3-2 win is really embarrassing. Go Pogba. There we go. He can watch that celebration, man. 3-2. Like, it... Oh, my God. This guy's really bad. Like, if I was playing with my normal team, this would be like a 8-0 rage quit. Literally, man. Just runs around the outside, and you can't stop him. Like, I know where he's going. I know where this guy's going, but I can't stop him because my players are just on ice skates. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. This guy's so awful, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this game, man. Oh, do I hate it. Oh man, do I hate this game so much. Look at it. What a fucking piece of shit game, man. What a piece of shit. This is so it's so fucking bad, man. That turnover at the end, like, how bad is that? How bad is that? Oh, I hate FIFA so much, man. It sucks. This is the worst video game I've ever played. Look at those numbers, man. Brutal, brutal, brutal. I want to see that one at the end again. Look at that turnover. That was a bad pass. Shouldn't have made that pass. And then I actually get in front of it. Look at that. What is he doing, man? Look at this. I want this pass right here to Koundé. It's a simple pass. It takes so long for him to make that pass. And watch Koundé. So what happens is Koundé will not... Like, a normal player would run inside, so he'd find this little empty space, or he'd find that soft spot kind of towards the middle of the 18. Instead, he narrows, okay? Because it's trying to force the turnovers. It'll narrow him. See, he takes a step to the right. It forces the turnover to check. Koundé backs off. Look at the swing. You see Delict. Look at the swing. Delict. Wild swing to the right. Takes extra steps. It's like they do this. They swing when they're getting morale. This is all morale. Okay? Koundé right in front of him. Move my player right in front of his shot. Deflects off of him. So it forces a turnover. And it forces a goal. That is morale. That's all morale. And that's why you have to play offline. Because of that bullshit, man. Like, it is so fucking bad. It's crazy. Oh, that is just the worst, man. This game is awful, awful, awful. Why do you play it? I don't even fucking know, man. I honestly don't know. Oh, let's play one more game, guys. But oh man, this is testing my patience. What a terrible experience this is. Like, it's just a card collecting game because the gameplay sucks so much. It's just a card collecting game now. Like, people don't want to play it because of this. It's a fucked up mess, man. FIFA is such a mess because they have spent so much time focusing on DLC, downloadable content, and trying to suck money out of people that they have not focused on gameplay at all. God, this guy's got Neymar. Like, how are these guys getting these cards, man? Oh, God. Swings right by him. Unbelievable. That is all morale again. The defender just goes swinging right by him. It takes 2 players. Oh, man. And you touch these guys, they're displacing. Straight back to him. Straight back to him. My player displaces. They bump into each other. Morale is just swinging. Like, you see the swing around them from Delict? This is all fucking awful, man. All awful morale shit. Look at that heavy touch. Displacement. Every time they're getting touched, guys, they're displacing, which basically means they fall into a disadvantageous position. Nobody for me to pass the ball to there. Like, look at them bunching. They're all bunching up, right? They're all coming in and closing down the space, so they're not creating space from each other. Not giving me any options there. Oh, man, brutal. This game is just so fucking bad. Oh, man, it's like you can't even control them, man. Look at that. Don't crowd. Don't crowd, man. They overrun the ball. Displacement there because he falls over. Oh, brutal, man. Brutal gameplay. Just awful. Misses the net. And this isn't Griezmann. It's not the Griezmann card. It's the fact. It's how they affect. It's how they impact strikers. Like that. Like when you're getting morale, your striker's shooting accuracy will fall through the floor no matter who it is. That's why people just go, "Oh, this Neymar's broken." It's not Neymar, man. It's the way they impact strikers. That's how they make strikers. Look at the wild swinging. Magnet ball right back to him. Like, I cannot control my players. Like, man, this is hard. Like, it's so hard. There's another displacement. You see those little things? Those little touches like that. Oh, like, where are you going, man? He runs in a straight line right with the defender. Oh, and then hides behind him. The narrowing is really, really affecting me. The narrowing is really bad, which is basically them hiding, so they're getting close. So when you look at a player, your player moves closer to the defender, so it forces the turnover. The narrowing is really tough, guys. Really, really tough. This game should not be 3-2. It should be about 5-1 right now. Actually, it should be 5-0 because both of his goals, he just shot right through me. Thank God, Griezmann. Oh my God, you've been awful, man. Like, it's literally playing with a handicap. It's playing with such a deficit that your skill has to override, right? Your skill in this game is the only thing that will save you in these lower divisions. When you're playing with a team with such bad morale, it's the only thing that will bail you out, because it impacts your players so much. It's hard, makes it impossible, man. Thiago will bring on because he was effective last time. Pele. Pedri's really badly getting affected by it because he's really weak as is. Pedri's really small and he does not have very good physicals. So when you have morale hurt your team this badly, he's one of the players that will really badly get impacted. Oh, what the fuck is that, man? Absolutely awful. Look at how heavy his touches are. He's got 99 dribbling. Look at that swing. Oh, my Lord. This guy is worse than the last player, man. And you can't tackle them, too, because the tackling is all fucked on your players when you're getting morale, too. Like, it impacts the game so much. Like that, man. Right in front of the guy. And he just goes past them. Like, the ball will be here on a heavy touch, and your player just goes like this. Right past it. Awful, awful game. Fire these guys, man. Fire anyone who works on the gameplay. This is just a travesty. Look at them. They fall over each other. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, man. Oh. Where's this guy even going? Man, is this painful. Let's just gritty on him. Oh, I don't have the gritty fucking celebration. Oh, dude, please just quit or something. This is at the point where I'm just like, I'm done with this. I'm just done with this game. Every time I think, oh, you know what? They released a fun new card. Let's go out and get it. And then you play this and you realize how fucking bad it is. Are you gonna run down the line, buddy? You out of ideas? Unbelievable. Dude, what a fucking mess. Get him. Of course not. Why would it? Why would you intercept it? Dude, their finishing is just so fucking bad. So bad. Look at this. Look at this guy. What in the hell was that, man? Look at that, man. Oh my god, dude. What in the fucking hell? Look at them. Just blow on them and they fall over, man. This is so awful. And I'm up 7-2. How many games have you guys played where you're beating someone 7-2 and the game sucks shit? Like, honestly, man. This is the most unenjoyable game I've ever played. And I'm winning 7-2. Like, it is just ludicrous how bad this is. Like, it's a fireable offense, in my opinion. Oh. What a terrible player. That was fucking painful, man. That's gonna be it for me, guys, in this episode. Like, this just shows you, like, this death of FIFA is probably the best way I could describe this entire series. It's the best way for me to describe this game. The death of FIFA. They've ruined this game. It is awful. Awful, 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 man. Absolutely incredible how bad they have fucked it up over the years. They have made this game, they've eroded it so badly that it makes you never want to play it ever again. It's so piss poor. And it's unfortunate because it puts you in a bad mood, right? Like, it's the reason that I don't want to go on here and I don't want to play it and I don't want to touch this anymore. It's just, it's really, really unenjoyable. You just hate it. You hate playing it, man. It makes you a bad person. It makes you hate gaming. It leaves a sour taste in your mouth. There's nothing fun about it anymore. Like, it's just really, really bad. You can give guys all the free cards in the world, but as long as this game's on this engine made by these fucking imbeciles, it's going to be a piece of shit. It is, man, and I'm sorry for all the cursing. I'm sorry if that is offensive to anybody hearing that they know somebody or friends that work there, but it is really bad, man. Really, really bad. Team of the Week warm-up. Lone Team of the Week pack. I don't know what good lone Team of the Week player would do at this stage. I don't even think... Oh, it's a milestone. 183. Really bad. $584 plus. Can't remember where I am on my main account. This VIP area too, like they haven't released like any VIP areas this year. I don't know if they forgot, but like you can't even get them. It's like you have to buy them. I think that's the only place that I've ever seen them, is like you have to buy the VIPs. Pedri. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to take these guys offline and try it. I wanted to do this Marko Arnautovic online. Maybe we'll get Arnautovic and then just try doing the Alexis Sanchez, or at least finishing the Alexis Sanchez online. Just getting most of the annoying stuff done out of the way. Or getting most of the annoying stuff out of the way offline. And then we'll do the 27, 28. Mine's got a Hunter on it, so I'll list them for 28. I bought him for 16. Well, his price went through the roof, eh? But yeah, well, I'm thinking we'll do the Marko Arnautovic, at least get those other games, because I got to get these guys. I got to play with them offline to get their morale up. Like, it is just so fucking low and down in the dumps. Like, they're unplayable. They're unplayable. Like, these guys have all these teams, like these high-rated teams, and I won't be able to compete with them. Roberto Firmino. What do we do with Roberto Firmino? Do one of the 84s. And it looks like, oh no, I was going to say it looks like it's frozen, so that might be a good place to call it. Roberto Firmino. I need some special cards here, guys. Harry Kane, Walker. Excuse me. He can go in. Zaha, I'm never going to use. Davies, Okacha, Bernardo Silva. Okay, so 91. Okay, so let's get some of these guys out of here. $87. No, we need that. 84. Okay, so let's just submit that. Get an 84 by 10. We'll finish it off with that. So I'll try to get the Fuddies one done. Maybe we'll start the next video off with a Fuddies player pick or something. But yeah, I need to get these guys going. So once I get the Marko Arnautovic, maybe I'll just throw him into the squad, and then we can get our next online games going. But I need a couple games offline just to get these guys to a playable state, because I can't keep going the way they are. Because if I take a loss, they're going to go through the floor even more, and they're going to be even more unplayable. So we can't have that. It's just going to be too... It's going to be too frustrating to play. You'll see what a difference playing offline makes. Like, it's such a huge difference. Anybody that says there's no such thing as morale in this game, like, you need to open your eyes, because it's as clear as day, man. Like, they are... People might watch that gameplay and think that I need to get better, or it's a skill issue, or whatever the hell it is, but it isn't even about the skills, guys. It's about the way the team plays. The swinging defensively, like the swinging, not locking in, like how many times did I have to call 3 or 4 guys, and then they just kind of do this, they just kind of shadow and just kind of follow, but they don't put a tackle in, they don't come and actually take the ball, they just kind of come and follow, and all you're doing is drawing guys out of position. When you're in that final third, your defenders are doing this, you're trying to manually move a defender to block a shot, and they swing wildly out of the way. You'll just see them literally on a swing. And even when you do block a shot, like these guys, actually, you know what? I'll put these into positional changes. Even when they do block a shot, that goes in, it bounces off of Koundé, and your keeper dives out of the way, and the ball goes into the net. So it's death by 1,000 cuts, guys. It is really, really painful playing this. It's so bad. How many times did we talk about during those 2 games you guys just watched, the narrowing? You know, players narrow. So they basically, as soon as I'm looking at them, my players run offside, which is not narrowing. They just run offside, which is another thing. How many offsides did you guys see? My players are constantly running offside. But the narrowing is really bad. They don't hold their runs. Narrowing is essentially when I'm looking at you, your player will move closer to, like, the defender will be coming in, and your player will move closer to them. So when you make that pass, it's got a higher percentage chance of getting intercepted. Shooting just constantly straight at the keeper, missing shots. Like, the biggest thing though is they just don't control the ball. They don't take little touches. You can have a guy like Rafael Leao, 99 dribbling across the board, and it's not Rafael Leao. It has nothing to do with his card, guys. It's the fact that this happens to every single card as soon as you get them. You can have Messi's footies, you can have Neymar's footies, 99 dribbling everywhere, agility, balance. These guys will take these heavy squared touches. The ball will just be heavy touches. It's easier to read for opponents because it's trying to give your opponent, whoever that may be, or the computer, a chance to make a tackle. It allows them, you can't take little tiny touches where they'll be wiggling in the side of a phone booth. They'll be dribbling in a phone booth. You won't be able to do that when your players are new, when you're getting morale. They'll just take heavy, clunky touches, or when the balls come, they lose their brain, right? So a pass will come and your player will like overrun the pass, and then he'll kind of like have to like come back to collect it. Like, they just won't lock into the ball. Passes will just go astray, and your players will be doing dumb things. They'll be doing like weird shuffly runs like that, and the ball will just go like right past them, or will just get intercepted. As soon as you touch them, as soon as you touch a player, go back and watch those games. As soon as you even touch a guy, he just stumbles and falls over, or he ragdolls and falls to the ground. Like, they have no physical strength at all, especially in the final third. Antoine Griezmann, Pedri, they're already light enough. As soon as you touched any of those guys, they would fall. They would stumble and they would displace. They'd move into a disadvantageous position for you. It's just death by 1,000 cuts over and over and over and over and over again. And it's really, really painful, guys. It is just such an awful video game. This has been in here for years, man. Years, because they keep using the same engine over and over and over again. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of episode 3. I appreciate you guys sticking with me to the very end. Until next time, take care. Peace.